Gentlemen over 60, listen closely. Every year after 50, your body naturally loses 1 to 2% of its muscle. By the time you reach 80, you could lose nearly a third of your strength if you don't fight back. And when muscle fades, so does independence. Suddenly, stairs feel harder, carrying groceries becomes a challenge, and simple things like balance put you at risk. Now here's the trap. The fitness industry wants you to believe the only way to build muscle is by spending hundreds of dollars on protein powders, shakes, and premium cuts of steak. They make it sound like without these products, you'll just keep shrinking. But I'm here to tell you the truth. It's a lie. Some of the most powerful muscle-building proteins aren't found in expensive supplements. They're sitting quietly in the budget aisle of your grocery store. They cost less than a cup of coffee. They work better than powders. And they've been proven to protect seniors from weakness, frailty, and dependence. I'm a urologist with over 30 years helping men stay strong and independent as they age. And here on Senior Health Advice, I'll reveal the 7 cheapest, most effective protein foods that will help you build muscle fast without draining your wallet. The #1 food on this list costs less than 50 cents per serving, yet delivers more usable protein than supplements that cost 20 times as much. Before we dive in, do me a favor, hit that like button so more men over 60 discover this life-changing information. Subscribe to Senior Health Advice and turn on the notification bell because every week I bring you practical, science-backed tips to keep your body strong, your mind sharp, and your independence intact. And leave a quick comment. Type yes if you're ready to rebuild muscle after 60. Now, let's begin. Food number 7 may not look glamorous, but it's one of the most overlooked protein powerhouses on the planet. Food number 7. Gentlemen, let's start with a food that most people overlook or even avoid. Sardines. I know what you're thinking. Sardines don't exactly sound appetizing. They're small, oily, and come in a can. But don't let their humble appearance fool you. Sardines are one of the most powerful muscle-preserving foods you can eat after 60. Here's why. A single can of sardines, usually around $1.25, delivers about 23 grams of complete protein. That means all the essential amino acids your muscles require to rebuild and grow are present, in the right balance, ready to be absorbed. Compare that to a protein bar that costs 4 times as much and only gives you 20 grams of lower quality protein. Which sounds smarter? But it's not just the protein. Sardines are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, those healthy fats that fight inflammation. And here's something most men don't realize. Low-grade inflammation is one of the top silent killers of muscle after 60. It eats away at your strength faster than your body can repair it. Omega-3s help put out that fire, protecting your muscle tissue while your protein builds it up. In fact, research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that seniors who regularly ate small, fatty fish like sardines not only preserved more muscle, but also maintained grip strength and walking speed better than those who didn't. That means stronger hands, faster steps, and more independence, just from adding a simple canned fish to your diet. And there's more. Sardines have soft, edible bones packed with calcium, a critical nutrient to keep bones sturdy and protect against fractures. Think about it. Strong muscles mean little if brittle bones can't support them. Sardines give you both. Now, let's talk practicality. Sardines are cheap, easy to store, and last months in your pantry. No cooking required, no spoilage risk. Open a can and you've got high-quality protein in seconds. Mash them with avocado and lemon on toast. Stir them into pasta with herbs. Mix them into scrambled eggs for breakfast, or even use them in a Caesar-style dressing. The key is consistency. Even 1 can per week is enough to give your body the omega-3s and protein it needs to slow muscle loss. At less than $2, that's the best insurance policy for your strength you'll ever buy. So next time you walk past that budget aisle at the store, don't skip the sardines. They may not be glamorous, but for men over 60, they're a secret weapon against weakness and decline. And now, let's move to food number 6, a protein powerhouse that's been sitting in your fridge all along, often dismissed as old-fashioned, yet uniquely designed to help older muscles fight back. Food number 6. Now let's move on to a food that doesn't get nearly enough respect, cottage cheese. Some people think it's old-fashioned, maybe even boring, but for men over 60, cottage cheese is one of the most underrated protein powerhouses you can buy. A single cup gives you 24 grams of protein, and the cost, around $2.50 for a 16-ounce container. That's less than 3 cents per gram of protein, making it cheaper and more effective than most protein bars or powders. But here's the real reason cottage cheese is so special. It's rich in casein protein. Casein digests slowly, releasing amino acids into your bloodstream for hours. Why does this matter? Because as we age, our muscles become less efficient at using protein. They need a steady drip, not a quick flood. Think of it like watering a plant. If you dump all the water at once, most of it runs off. But if you give it a slow, steady stream, the plant absorbs every drop. Cottage cheese does exactly that for your muscles. There's solid science behind this. Researchers at Maastricht University tested older adults who consumed casein before bed. Overnight, when the body does most of its repair work, the casein kept feeding their muscles amino acids. The result? Noticeable increases in muscle growth and strength, even without intense exercise. Imagine going to sleep and letting your food quietly do the work of protecting your strength. Cottage cheese also comes with extra bonuses. It's packed with calcium, which supports both muscle contractions and bone density. And if you choose full-fat cottage cheese instead of low-fat, you get healthy fats that improve absorption of vitamin D, another key nutrient for strong muscles. Those fats also keep you satisfied longer, so you're less likely to reach for junk food that inflames your body and sabotages muscle health. Now, how do you use it? You can make it sweet. Pair it with berries and a drizzle of honey. You can make it savory. Mix it with herbs and spread it on whole grain toast. Blend it into smoothies for creaminess, or even swap it for ricotta in lasagna. It's versatile, affordable, and powerful. Here's the bottom line. If you're over 60 and serious about preserving or rebuilding muscle, cottage cheese deserves a permanent spot in your fridge. It may not look fancy, but it works quietly, slowly, and effectively. Exactly what older muscles need. And next, we're heading to food number 5. It's plant-based, dirt cheap, and surprisingly powerful for muscle growth, especially for seniors who want strength on a budget. Food number 5. Now let's talk about one of the cheapest and most overlooked muscle-building foods on the planet, lentils. At first glance, lentils don't look like much. They're small, earthy, and simple. But don't underestimate them. A single cooked cup of lentils delivers about 18 grams of protein. And here's the kicker. You can buy a whole pound of dry lentils for under $1.50. That pound makes roughly 8 servings, which means each serving costs less than 20 cents. Try finding another protein source that affordable. But affordability isn't the only reason lentils deserve a spot in your kitchen. Lentils are loaded with iron, fiber, and B vitamins, nutrients that directly support muscle function and recovery. Iron, in particular, is a big deal. Many older men unknowingly develop low iron levels, which leaves them feeling weak, tired, and foggy. Doctors often chalk it up to just aging, but sometimes it's simply iron deficiency slowing you down. Lentils help fill that gap. Even better, lentils contain leucine, the key amino acid that flips the switch for muscle protein synthesis. That's right, leucine is the trigger your muscles need to actually start growing after you eat protein. Without enough leucine, your body struggles to use protein effectively. Lentils provide it naturally. Now, some people argue that lentils aren't complete proteins like meat or eggs. That's technically true, but here's the secret. You don't need to get all amino acids in one meal. Your body balances them over the day. So if you eat lentils with grains, nuts, or small amounts of animal protein, you've got the full package. Science backs this up. A Journal of Nutrition study found that older adults who ate legumes like lentils consistently had better muscle mass and physical function compared to those who relied mainly on animal protein. Why? Because lentils don't just feed muscle. They also fight inflammation, protect gut health, and give your body steady energy. That combination keeps you moving, strong, and independent. And the versatility, endless. Red lentils cook in just 15 to 20 minutes and break down into a creamy texture perfect for soups. Green or brown lentils hold their shape and work great in salads or grain bowls. season them with garlic, turmeric, or ginger, and you add even more anti-inflammatory power. Here's the takeaway. For men over 60, lentils are a hidden weapon. They're cheap, packed with muscle-friendly nutrients, and easy to prepare in big batches. You don't need to spend $20 on fancy powders when a bag of lentils costing less than $2 can feed your muscles for an entire week. Next up, food number 4. It's another budget-friendly protein, easy to store, long-lasting, and one of the most bioavailable proteins for seniors who struggle with digestion. Food number 4. Now let's move to a food that every man over 60 should keep in his pantry: canned tuna. For just $1 per can, you get about 22 grams of high-quality protein. That's less than 5 cents per gram of protein, making it one of the best deals in the entire grocery store. But what really sets tuna apart is its bioavailability. That means your body can absorb and use its protein with incredible efficiency, which is especially important as digestion and absorption naturally slow down with age. Research from the University of Arkansas showed that older adults absorb fish protein like tuna better than almost any other protein source, with absorption rates above 90%, even in men over 70. That's huge. Because let's face it, it's not about how much protein you eat. It's about how much your body can actually use. Tuna delivers nearly all of it. Here's another advantage. Tuna is naturally lean, packed with protein but low in fat and calories. For older men who want to build muscle without adding extra belly fat, this is critical. Too much fat around the waist doesn't just affect appearance. It disrupts hormones, raises inflammation, and accelerates muscle loss. Tuna helps you build lean muscle without feeding the problem. And let's not forget, tuna contains all 9 essential amino acids, including leucine, the on switch, for muscle growth. So every can directly fuels the process of rebuilding muscle tissue. Now, you might be wondering, what about mercury? That's a fair question. The FDA recommends up to 12 ounces per week of low mercury fish, like canned light tuna, which is perfectly safe. To stay on the safe side, rotate tuna with other canned fish options like sardines or salmon. That way, you get the benefits without the risk. And let's talk convenience. Tuna is shelf-stable for years, requires no cooking, and is ready in seconds. Mix it with avocado and lemon for a quick salad. Combine it with whole grain crackers for a high-protein snack. Make tuna patties with egg and onion for a hearty meal. Or simply eat it straight from the can. When you're busy, tired, or just don't feel like cooking, tuna is your no-excuse protein. Here's the bottom line. For men over 60, canned tuna is one of the most efficient, affordable, and practical ways to get protein that your body can actually use. Keep a few cans in your pantry, and you'll always have muscle-building fuel within arm's reach. Now, let's move to food number 3. It's simple, it's classic, and it might just be the most underrated protein source of all time. One that can transform your muscle health for less than 25 cents a serving. Food number 3. Gentlemen, if there's one food that has stood the test of time as nature's perfect protein, it's the egg. For about 20 cents each, you get 6 grams of complete, high-quality protein. A dozen eggs costs less than $3, yet what they deliver in muscle support is priceless. Unlike many foods, eggs have what's called the highest protein quality score of any whole food. That means your body can use nearly every gram for muscle building. For men over 60, when protein absorption isn't as efficient as it used to be, that makes eggs a true powerhouse. But here's the mistake too many people make: throwing out the yolks. They think egg whites are healthier. Wrong. Half the protein is in the yolk, along with nutrients you can't replace: vitamin D, choline, healthy fats, and antioxidants. In fact, a study from the University of Illinois showed that eating whole eggs after exercise led to 40% greater muscle growth than egg whites alone. The yolk unlocks the full power of the protein. Eggs also give you something rare, natural vitamin D, which supports both muscle strength and bone health. Most men over 60 are low in vitamin D, which can cause weakness and increase fall risk. Unlike a supplement, the vitamin D in eggs is paired with fat, which helps your body absorb and use it effectively. And here's another bonus: choline. This nutrient, found abundantly in the yolk, supports brain health and the mind-muscle connection, which is crucial as we age. It's not just about having muscle, It's about being able to coordinate and use it effectively. Let's talk cost efficiency for a second. A single egg gives you 6 grams of protein for less than 4 cents per gram. Compare that to a protein bar, where you're paying 15 to 20 cents per gram, and eggs win every time. Best of all, eggs are versatile. Scramble them with vegetables for breakfast. Poach them over whole grain toast. Hard boil a batch to snack on during the week. Make an omelet for dinner. They're fast, easy, and can fit into any meal of the day. And don't let outdated myths scare you. Decades of research now show that for most people, eating whole eggs does not raise heart disease risk. In fact, for seniors, the combination of protein, healthy fats, and essential nutrients makes eggs one of the smartest choices you can make. So here's the takeaway. For pennies, a serving, eggs provide muscle-building protein, protect bone health, sharpen your mind, and fuel your independence. They truly are one of the most valuable foods for men over 60. Now let's move to food number 2. It's creamy, versatile, and gives you 2 types of protein in one, making it a secret weapon for feeding your muscles around the clock. Food number 2. If there's one food that combines power, convenience, and science-backed results, it's Greek yogurt. For about 80 cents per serving, you get around 20 grams of protein. But not just any protein. Greek yogurt gives you the perfect mix of fast-digesting whey protein and slow-digesting casein protein. That means your muscles get an immediate hit of amino acids to kickstart growth, plus a steady stream that keeps feeding them for hours. For men over 60, whose muscles need longer and more consistent nourishment, this combination is priceless. Research backs it up. A 12-week study at Tufts University found that seniors who ate Greek yogurt daily had more muscle mass, stronger legs, and faster walking speeds compared to those who ate regular yogurt or none at all. The reason? Concentrated protein plus casein's extended release, which helps overcome age-related anabolic resistance, where older muscles struggle to respond to protein. But Greek yogurt isn't just about protein. It's also rich in calcium for strong bones, B vitamins for energy, and probiotics for gut health. And here's the thing. A healthy gut isn't just about digestion. It directly affects how well your body absorbs protein and fights inflammation. If your gut is weak, your muscles suffer. Probiotics help keep that foundation strong. Here's another pro tip. Choose full-fat plain Greek yogurt. Skip the sugary flavored versions. They inflame your body and sabotage muscle health. Full-fat options not only keep you satisfied longer, but also help you absorb fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin D, which are essential for strength and energy. Greek yogurt is also one of the most versatile muscle foods you can buy. Blend it into smoothies with berries and nuts. Use it instead of sour cream on chili or baked potatoes. Mix it into salad dressings, or even use it to marinate meats for extra tenderness and flavor. And let's talk cost for a moment. A 32-ounce container usually costs around $5 and gives you 160 grams of protein. That's less than 3 cents per gram, cheaper than most protein powders, yet far more nutrient-dense. Here's the bottom line. Greek yogurt is a dual-action protein that builds and protects your muscles all day long, supports your bones, improves digestion, and costs next to nothing compared to overpriced supplements. Now, we've reached the number 1 spot. And this one may surprise you. It's humble, it's cheap, it's been around forever, and yet it's probably the most underrated muscle-building food for seniors in the entire world. Food number 1. Here it is, gentlemen, the number 1 cheap, high-protein food for men over 60 who want to build muscle: dried beans. At first glance, beans don't look like a muscle food. They're humble, inexpensive, and often overlooked. But let's break it down. For just $1.20 per pound, you get around 12 servings, each packed with 15 grams of protein. That's less than 10 cents per serving, making beans the best protein per dollar deal in the grocery store. But here's why beans truly deserve the number 1 spot. They're not just protein. They're also loaded with fiber, magnesium, potassium, and iron, nutrients that older men desperately need to maintain muscle, energy, and independence. The fiber feeds healthy gut bacteria, which helps your body absorb nutrients and fight inflammation. And remember, chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the main culprits behind muscle loss in aging men. Beans fight it head-on. In fact, a Journal of Nutrition study followed seniors for 5 years and found that those who ate beans regularly had better muscle mass, stronger physical function, fewer hospitalizations from falls, and more independence than those who didn't. That means beans aren't just keeping your muscles alive, they're protecting your freedom, your confidence, and your ability to live life on your terms. And here's another hidden benefit. Beans provide a steady release of energy thanks to their complex carbs. Unlike sugar or processed carbs, beans keep your blood sugar stable, preventing energy crashes that make you feel weak and tired. That's the kind of fuel your muscles need if you want to keep moving, lifting, and living strong. Now, some people say, but beans aren't a complete protein. True, but just like lentils, your body balances amino acids throughout the day. Combine beans with grains like rice or oats, or with nuts, and you've got the full amino acid profile your muscles crave. It doesn't have to be in the same meal, just in the same day. Yes, beans take longer to cook, but here's the trick. Cook a big batch once a week. Use a slow cooker or pressure cooker, portion them into containers, and freeze them. That way, you've always got protein ready. Add them to soups, stews, salads, tacos, or simply season them with garlic, onion, and olive oil for a simple side dish. They absorb flavors beautifully, so you'll never get bored. And think about this, 1 pound of beans has 9 times more protein than a single protein bar, at the same cost. No flashy labels, no gimmicks, just pure, affordable, muscle-building fuel. Here's the bottom line. If you're a man over 60 who wants to fight muscle loss, stay strong, and save money, dried beans are your best ally. They protect your muscles, your bones, your gut, and your wallet all at once. Now, let's wrap this up. If you're serious about maintaining strength after 60, don't waste your money on overpriced powders and fancy supplements. Instead, stock up on these 7 cheap, high-protein foods: sardines, cottage cheese, lentils, canned tuna, eggs, Greek yogurt, and dried beans. Together, they give your body everything it needs to rebuild muscle, protect bone health, fight inflammation, and keep you independent for decades to come. Start small. Add just 1 or 2 of these foods into your meals this week. Scramble eggs for breakfast. Mix lentils into your soup. Keep a can of tuna in your bag for emergencies. Consistency, not perfection, is what builds strength over time. And remember, your health is your greatest investment. Spend wisely, fuel your body smartly, and it will pay you back in strength, energy, and confidence. Before you go, do me a favor. Hit that like button if you found this helpful. It really helps us spread the truth. Subscribe to Senior Health Advice and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video that could protect your health. And drop a comment below. Which of these 7 foods are you already eating? And which one will you try this week? Your journey to strength after 60 doesn't start with supplements. It starts with smart, simple choices at the grocery store. This is Senior Health Advice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.